All right, so today what you're going to do is you're going to use the slides that you find in Google Classroom. These are where you're going to put all of your bullet points, your information, and your photos, as well as your bibliography for the project. And each of these slides are labeled so you kind of know what they should be, what should be included on them. And there's a place for your references at the end. Now, I'm going to show you two different ways that you can add images to your slideshow. When you're using images, I don't want you to just use any image that you find online. You need to use images that have been labeled for reuse, that the owner of the photo has allowed other people to use. So one of the best websites that you can use is Photos for Class. If you go to Photos for Class, what this allows you to do is find images that are from Creative Commons, and they also have already been properly attributed. So you don't have to worry about writing out the bibliography information for the image. So you're going to search for an image. So if I'm doing my project on California condors, I can find photos for California condors. And let's say that I want to use this image right here. I'm going to download the image, and it's going to save onto my computer, even a Chromebook if you're using a Chromebook. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Google Slides, and there's two ways that you can insert an image. I'm going to go to Insert and choose Image, and I'm going to upload my image. So I'm going to choose an image to upload, and then I'm going to find it in my download folder, and I'm going to open up that image. And it's now added to my slide. Now, when I add it to my slide, notice down at the bottom in black, it has the attribution there. So it's been cited for you properly. I can make the image smaller, but it's sometimes when you have an image that's smaller, it makes your slide kind of busy, especially if you have bullet points and other things on it. So there's another way that you can add images that might make your slide more appealing. So I'm going to delete this image of the condor that I added. And this time I'm going to change the background of my slide. So I'm going to right click on the background, and I'm going to choose Change Background. And here I can choose an image that I want to be my background. So I'm going to choose that image of the condor. And now it has added it to the background of my slide. It's basically made it full screen. The problem now is that my font, the title, I can't read because the font is black and the picture of the condor is black. So I can change the font color, which sometimes works really easily. I can make it white, and white actually stands out pretty well. Now, sometimes with the colors of your photos, it might be hard to find a font that truly stands out because the image might be multicolored and the font might not work too well. So there's another trick that you can use. If you click on the text box, so notice that you can see it's outlined in blue here when I clicked on the text, I can go up to this little paint can, fill color, and I can change the color of the background. Now this makes my image, it blocks my image, so that's not the best choice. But I can make this fill transparent. So I'm going to go back up to the paint can, and this time I'm going to choose Custom. And when I choose Custom, notice the bars on the right-hand side. The right bar I can change to make it transparent. And I can still see the image behind it, but my font stands out. So that's a little trick that you can use to really make your font stand out and to have a nice image in the background and make your slide really pop. Another way that you can find images is straight within Google Slides. So if I go to Insert Image, on the right-hand side, I'm going to choose Search. Here, when I choose Search, I can look for condors. And I'm finding some pictures. These ones are all labeled for commercial reuse with modification. So these ones are okay for you to use. If I click on Google, I can change it to life images, which may or may not work for this topic. Or I can look for stock images. And looks like I'm not getting many results for condors, but be sure to check all three when you're looking for images in here. And then whatever image you end up finding, you can add to your slide. You can do the same thing for the background. You can do a search this way. Okay, but be careful. When I typed in condor, this is on a California condor, so be careful when you're looking at the pictures here. They might not necessarily be labeled properly.